Hello my sweets, Swtsade coming back at you. I'm getting ready to make some meatballs and spaghetti, I think. I'm not sure. I might make some gravy and put over the meatballs, or I just might make spaghetti and meatballs like I've been wanting for days. I showed you guys the season blend in a haul not too long ago, and I'm using them in my turkey meat. I just got a small bowl because you don't want too much. I've got the ground turkey, and I'm just going to take a rubber band that I keep here in my drawer from the Dollar Tree. Y'all know I need to have some stock in the Dollar Tree, but I use these rubber bands as twist ties. Instead of twist ties, I just always use rubber bands. Close it up real tight, and then just put the rubber bands around it and put it right back in the freezer until I'm ready for it again. So I'm going to throw that in there and show you guys what I'm using. A little bit of Dollar Tree onion powder, a little bit of the Olive Garden garlic and herb seasoning that I got from the Dollar Tree, and a little Lowry seasoned salt that I got from Wally World, Walmart's that is, y'all. 1 egg and some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, Dollar Tree again. Okay, and some breadcrumbs, Dollar Tree once again. Alright, let me get this ground turkey out here. Y'all know I got a texture thing going on with me, so I have to use gloves. Plus it keeps the meat from going up in my fingernails. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the frozen veggies, the onions and bell peppers in there. I've got the egg, and I've already put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. And you got to be careful at this part because you really don't want to over season your meatloaf, so it's better to go a little bit less than more because you know you can't take it out. So I'm going to start with the garlic and herb seasoning because that's my favorite. I'm going to put that in there. This just eliminates me having to get the Italian seasoning out along with the garlic pepper or garlic salt, so I really do like that one. And then of course a little onion powder, even though I've got onions and green peppers in here already. Still got to have a little bit of seasoning in there. Because I'm only using one small pack of ground turkey, you got to really reel it in when you're seasoning it, because you can over season it and completely ruin it. So I'm going to put some seasoned salt in there, because once it's done and it's fully cooked, you slice it up. If it's not to your liking, you can always add more seasoning. So that's just how I do it, y'all. You don't have to follow that, but I'm going to add the breadcrumbs now. It's probably going to take all this as I go through these breadcrumbs, and I'm glad I can get them at the Dollar Tree. For now, $1.25, but I still think that's a good deal. I have to check the price at Walmart the next time I go grocery shopping. I haven't really looked to see, you know, it's a great value brand. It's cheaper. Do you get more? Do you get less? I don't know. I'll have to investigate that. So, like I said, I'll probably use all of this. Yep. I probably need more. I have another unopened can in my pantry. I think it's of the panko ones, but it doesn't matter. Breadcrumbs are breadcrumbs. You can always take some white bread and crumble it up in here like my mom used to do before they started making the canned breadcrumbs. We didn't know nothing about that for a long time. So I'm going to mix this all up, and then I'm going to get my bowl that I'm going to make the meatballs. It's mixing up pretty well, just the way I like it. I don't like it too wet and I don't like it too dry, so I'm going to mix this all up in here. And I think I'm going to try to throw in a bag of the biscuits in this video. I'm not really sure. We'll see how long this one goes. Okay, be right back, y'all. Tissues. Wipe my hands. Okay, I've got my little, what do you call, stoneware bowl that I'm going to be baking the meatballs in. And I'm just going to show you guys how I get started here. And I'll just take a little piece at a time. I like them a little bit on the smaller side. I don't like them too big and I don't like them too small. So about like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to not even put any grease in this bowl or nothing, because you know it's not the leanest of the turkey. So it's going to make its own grease. And if it doesn't, then I'll just add some olive oil or some butter in it when I check it. So this is how the meatballs are looking, and I'll come back when I have them all rolled out. Okay, you guys, I got everything rolled out. I probably could have used a little bit bigger bowl, but I wasn't about to change and dirty up another bowl for 2 meatballs, so I'm just making it do what it do. If you get some of the onions and green peppers sticking out on the outside of the meatball, just take them and tuck them in, and then just re-roll your meatball so they will cook inside. And then I'm just going to see if I got them all face down. I'm going to press them down a little bit just to be a flatter side, so when I have to turn them or switch them out, they're cooked on the bottom. So we're going to put it in the oven for 350 for 15 minutes. Come back and check them, probably turn them, whatever I need to do, but I'll show you guys. Okay, I'm going to clean up this mess real quick. As you see, I always have a garbage bag here to catch my garbage so I don't have to drip all over my floor trying to put stuff in the garbage. And I leave this here until I'm completely done cooking. So I'm going to wash up my few little dishes, and I'm going to come back and see if I can make the biscuits. Sorry, my phone's slanted. Sorry about that. Okay, my sweet, while the meatballs are cooking, I do need to turn the oven up to 425 to make the Bisquick buttermilk biscuits. And it says you just add water to this. And let's see, prep time is 2 minutes, bake time is 11 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and, it says cook on 450 or 425 for a dark or non-stick cookie sheet. Lightly grease cookie sheet or use cooking spray. To keep from doing, a lot of cleanup, I always just take some wax paper or parchment paper, whatever you want to call it, and I just line my baking sheet with that. Go a little bit over, and then all I'm going to do is put it on the cookie smooth side up, and then I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of Pam to make sure my biscuits don't stick. So I've got this Pam, and you can use olive oil, grapeseed oil, whatever you have, but since I'm baking, I like to use the Pam. Alright, so I've got the biscuit mix in the bowl, and I always, when any kind of dry mix I use, I always just feel like I need to just break up the crumbles a little bit. This is such an easy, simple recipe. It simply calls for the mix and a half a cup of water. Didn't say cold, warm. I got cold water out of my refrigerator, so I'm going to add a little bit at a time, mix it all together. Okay, we've got a little bit of water left there. I'm going to keep mixing that together with the fork. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the water. Mix it together with your fork. I probably should have had the longer fork, but I have a salad fork. Okay, and y'all know Sadie always has to do things. I always have to Sadie-nize my stuff, so you don't have to do this. This is just optional. I'm mixing it up like this. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of the Italian seasoning, like I showed you before, from Olive Garden. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to throw some mild cheddar cheese in there, just to make a little cheesy biscuit. We'll see how they come out. I've never done this one before. I've never used this recipe before. So yeah, we're going to find out together how this is going to come out. So I got a few minutes on the meatballs. I will come back when it's time to put these. Oh, I'm going to show you guys how I spoon them on the pan first. Hold on. Gotta get that cheese in there, all nicely mixed up in there. Make sure you have enough cheese in there too. I'm not sure how they're going to come out. We shall see. Let's see. I have to be difficult and different all the time. To me, I could use a little bit more water, but I'm not going to botch up the recipe. I'm going to use it just the way it is. That's the first 15 minutes for the meatballs. Let me check them. Okay, my sweets, you're supposed to get 6 biscuits, if you can see that. And all I did was took a little bit of my pan, sprayed my spoons over the sheet that I already sprayed. And I'm just keeping the dough from sticking to the spoon. And then I'm scooping out the biscuit mix, curling it around, and just dropping it on the pan. And I'm going to do 3 more. Because you're supposed to get 3. And if you have to spray your spoons again, just go ahead and spray your spoons to keep the stuff from sticking. Curl it. Just get it in a nice little, whatever, it falls right off onto the pan. And then we're going to get the last of it. And we're going to get that down, and of course, you know, some are going to be a little bit bigger than the others, but here's the bowl. Here's everything. And as I'm doing this, I'm watching the news, and they're saying it's already started snowing in our area already. Of course, I closed the curtains and stuff, so I can't see anything. But this is what the biscuits look like. And remember, you don't have to put cheese or seasoning in them unless you want to. I know. I just got to do it. But I'm going to come back and let you guys see what they look like after I cook them. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay, my sweets. I am back. The biscuits came out wonderful. They are big. You could probably split these in half if you like. But they look really, really good. Of course, y'all know I added some seasoning and some cheese to mine, and then when they came out, I just took a little slit in each biscuit, put some butter on top and inside, but they look delicious. The only thing I would say not to do is not to use this cheap paper, or maybe I used it on the wrong side. I'm not quite sure, but some of the biscuits did stick just a little. Just a little. So I definitely wouldn't do that again. I just go ahead and put it on the pan like the instructions say. You can also grease your pan if you like. So I've got all that done. The meatballs are done and ready to go. I've seasoned my sauce just the way I like it. And I used my new pot with the strainer. Finally, this size one. I hadn't used it yet. So there's my thin spaghetti in there. And I am getting ready to sit down and have some den. Y'all stay safe and warm. And don't forget, be kind to each other. The world is big enough for us all. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.